It's time for Stories from the Heart with Carol and Mark. Hello, friends! Welcome back! It's time once again for
Stories from the Heart
with Carol
and Mark.
Hey, Mark, did you know that it's someone's a very, very special someone's birthday this week?
Who could it be?
Who could it be?
Oh, I know.
You know?
Jesus.
Jesus, our very, very, very special and most beautiful, coolest big brother ever.
That's right.
Oh my goodness, and would you like to pay him a little visit?
But how can we pay him a visit?
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking, my gosh, everyone when I have a birthday throws a party for me.
That's right.
But do we ever throw a party for him?
Well, how can we? We don't know where he lives.
Oh my gosh, good question. I wonder if we can find out.
Really? How?
Yeah, Adele Gonzalez.
Oh, that's right. He wrote a book called Where Does God Live?
And you know what?
Huh.
I have a feeling that if we find out where God lives, kind of automatically we find out where Christ lives.
What a great idea.
Because they're kind of,
They're kind
pals.
of... Yeah, they are, aren't they? They're kind of friends, right?
Right, they're kind of good
Yeah,
friends.
yeah.
So if we find one, we find the other. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Good idea,
All
right? Shall we get started?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, it's going to be a great adventure.
Yeah, absolutely.
The most special of them all. Are you ready, Mark?
Ready?
Set?
Go!
Go!
Sophie was a very, very curious little girl who wanted to know everything and more, and she loved asking questions. She often said,
Oh, I love asking questions about this and that and that and this and this and that.
and the questions never ever stopped.
Oh, Daddy, why is the rain wet? Oh, and why is it that the earth goes round and round and round and round and round and we don't get dizzy? Oh, and Daddy, why is it that we don't feel the wind blow when the earth goes round and round and round and round? And why is it that the sky is blue and the dirt is brown?
Sophie was well known at school for her endless questions. One day, the little girl decided to ask her father some very interesting, mind-boggling questions.
Daddy, is God for real? I mean, where does he live?
Of course God is for real. Some say that he lives in the sky.
Really?
Others say that he lives inside of all of us.
No way!
Others say he's the cause of all things and that he is the universe itself.
Oh gosh, but I want to know his exact address.
May I ask why?
Because I'm going to ask him tons and tons of questions. It's going to be fun.
But God has a lot to do, my sweet darling.
Oh yeah, I know, but I think he'll take the time to answer my questions. Don't you think? I mean, if it's for real, doesn't he have to answer them?
But what would you like God to tell you, Sophie?
Oh, well, I would just like to have a one-on-one with him, spend some time with the guy. Let's see, I think the first question that I would like to ask him is, what's your exact address? You know why, Daddy? Because everyone always says that God is all around. But where's around? What does that mean? I mean, and yeah, if I could talk to God, I would say, what's your email address? That way I could ask you questions and get the answers even faster. I need to know. And here's the other thing. I also want to know where you keep all your blessings. If I could talk to God, I would say, where are they? Because everyone says, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. But where are all these blessings coming from?
Don't you think it's a little much to ask?
No, because Grandma says that all the time, and I just want an explanation.
But don't worry, Sophie. God bless you is just a saying.
Oh, come on. But there's gotta be a reason. I want to know more.
What else would you like to ask God?
Oh, Daddy, remember last week when the carpenter came and it took him a whole entire week to install the hardwood floors, or even more than a week, maybe 2? How is it possible that it takes a carpenter so long to change our flooring when God only took 7 days to create the whole entire world?
But Sophie, sweetheart, God didn't make the world in 7 days.
He didn't?
No, the world went through a series of transformations that took thousands and thousands of years.
No way, Daddy, I never knew that. But Daddy, this is why I do need to talk to God. I mean, really, if I could look at him directly on the eyes, I could, ask him lots and lots of good questions. So, Daddy, come on, could you please just give me his address?
Oh, come on, seriously?
Oh, yeah, please, come on, Daddy. I have one last question that I'm dying to ask God.
What's the question, Sophie?
It's, why is it that all the people whom we love the most have to die? I really don't like that, Daddy.
Oh, my sweet darling, true love never dies.
Really?
Physical death is only a temporary separation so that we learn to love beyond our very own limitations. Because we long for the company of those we love, they remain in our hearts forever and ever.
You think so, Daddy? But you know what, Daddy? I still would love to talk to God.
If you really want to know where he lives, we're going to call him.
Oh, good idea! Let's do it now! But wait, Daddy. Does God really have a phone number? Oh, maybe even a cell phone number?
Hold your horses, young lady. In order for us to call him, we have to sit at the table first.
No way, really? But how are we going to be able to talk to God through the phone that way?
Everyone can talk to God, my sweet darling.
But what phone are we going to use, Daddy, to call God?
The phone is directly inside your heart.
But do you think God really be able to hear us?
We can call God through prayer, and our own heart is the phone line we can all use.
What do you mean, Daddy? I don't understand. Sorry, Daddy, but I really don't get it.
Sophie, when you close your eyes, and start talking to God, a little invisible line comes out of your heart and connects your heart directly to the heart of God.
Oh, really, Daddy? Wow! But is God really going to be able to hear me? Where is he exactly?
God is in all places, and he always listens to our heart.
But what if the line is busy? What if there are lots and lots of people trying to call him at the same time? Is God really going to hear the questions I ask?
Sophie, darling, God's heart is never busy. He's always there to answer our calls. All we need to do is close our eyes and connect our heart line to God's heart. Then Sophie and her father started praying. In the middle of the prayers, Sophie asked,
Daddy, is God around?
Yes, my darling, God is directly inside of your heart. So Sophie gently opened her eyes and started staring at her own chest. Her father said, Sophie, darling, if you close your eyes, it's going to be easier for you to see God. After the prayers were over, Sophie said,
Daddy, you know what? I feel a gentle, fuzzy, tingling, warm feeling in my heart. I love it.
This is exactly how we know God is talking to us. All we have to do is close our eyes, and our hearts directly reaches God's line. Got it?
But God doesn't have a number.
No, my love. All we have to do is make a direct call from our hearts to God's heart.
But Daddy, if that's the case, how is God going to be able to answer all my questions?
God always answers all our questions inside of our heart. We may not always understand the answers, but he always gives it to us. Do you remember when you first began to read?
Yeah.
At the beginning it was a little difficult, right? Because it takes time to learn.
Right.
But now, you're an expert.
Yeah, I really am, Daddy. You're right.
The same happens in the school of life.
No way, really?
Yes, we slowly learn how to read God's answers.
No, seriously,
It may take us
Daddy?
a little time, right?
Really?
But we all get there.
You think so? That's cool, but Daddy, I still would like to know where God lives and whether or not he can hear me. Could you just please tell me where he lives? Come on, Daddy, where does he live?
God lives with all in our hearts, no matter if we're little or grown up. God is part of all of us and is part of the entire universe, and he tells us to love everyone around us and to help one another as much as we can.
But Daddy, how can we see God?
Let me hold your hand, Sophie.
Aw.
I'm going to take you to the backyard and let's look at the stars in the sky.
Oh, I love looking at the stars.
Everything that was not man-made comes directly from God.
Oh, really, Daddy? Oh, Daddy, oh my gosh, look at the stars. Can you see how that one is shining? Look at the moon. Oh, Daddy, it looks so pretty. It's shining all the way through. Oh my gosh, Daddy, look at the trees. Aren't they beautiful? Oh my gosh, the flowers Mommy planted are extra, 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 extra beautiful. Oh, Daddy, you know what?
What?
I love God. I know what I have to do to call him now. I finally got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Good.
It's a miracle. It actually happened.
Well, tell me.
All I have to do, seriously, Daddy,
okay.
is close my eyes and use my heart line to give him a ring. And, Daddy, can I tell you something else?
Of course, Sophie, anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I think, Daddy? I think God is super strong, right?
Of course he is, Sophie. He's the source of strength in all of us. It is his strength that gives us power and wisdom to understand life at its best. Give me a hug.
Oh, Daddy, I love you. Oh, Daddy, I just thought of something. Can I tell you something else?
Tell me.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Go for it. Tell me.
Can I tell you I'm so excited?
Yeah.
Oh, Daddy, I'm so excited. Oh, Daddy, I'm so excited. Oh, Daddy, I'm so excited. Daddy, I'm so excited.
Tell me, Sophie.
Oh, Daddy, I love you. And I love how strong and loving God is.
And in hugging Dad with all of her love, Sophie was now at peace because, after all, she finally knew where God lived.
Oh, Mark, isn't it beautiful?
What a beautiful story.
God lives in our hearts.
God lives in our hearts. He lives all around us.
Oh, my goodness.
All the time.
Oh, wow. So I have a special idea.
Yeah, tell me.
How about if we closed our eyes just
Okay.
like little Sophie did with her father?
All right. You mean in the outside, on the trees
Yes,
and everything?
and
Okay.
also when
We
she
can
sat
see
at the table.
Stars. Oh, and when she sat at the table.
And when she
Okay.
sat at the table,
All right.
remember for
Yeah.
her to give God a ring?
Right, I remember.
She had to close her eyes.
She did.
Remember?
I remember.
So what if we closed our eyes?
Okay.
We gave God a ring, and
Okay.
we said, "Hey, God, you know what? It's Christ's birthday. Can we surprise him? Can we invite him to come to our hearts every day? And can we sing him happy birthday?"
What a beautiful gift.
Do you think it's a good idea, Mark?
I think it's a great idea.
All right, so shall we sing it all
Yeah.
together?
Yeah. Ready?
Ready, set, go! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jesus. Happy birthday to you. Hooray! Dear Jesus, we love you so much. May you always, always, always live in our hearts, and may our hearts always be a beautiful celebration of your love and kindness. You know, Mark, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Why not celebrate Christ's life and Christ's birthday every day?
Great idea.
Right?
Absolutely.
How do you think we could do that?
What about through a prayer?
That's right. What if we pray to thank Jesus every day for his love?
Oh, and I have an idea.
Do you?
We have a beautiful prayer
Oh.
by Elsa Rossi
Oh.
in the book Learning How to Pray,
Oh, wow.
called A Prayer to Jesus.
Oh my gosh. So we could say it every day, right?
Every day. Do you want me
Through
to try
our
it?
heart line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, we can reach him and
Yeah.
have a one-on-one with Jesus.
Close our eyes.
Close our eyes and here we go. Ready, set, and go.
My parents call you our special brother, which I think is lovely. I am a very happy child because I know that you live in my heart. I've learned that you are the greatest example of love that we have on earth. I want you to know, my dear Jesus, that I will always think of you and don't want you to be sad about anything. That's why I'm a child who wants to learn to love everyone in your name. Thank you for loving us so much, Jesus.
Oh, dear Jesus, the gift of your love is the best and most beautiful gift we could ever ask for. And you know what, Mark? I have just this tiny feeling, warm, tangly feeling in my heart.
Okay.
That if Jesus were here, which of course he is.
Yes, he's always around
He's
us.
always around us. He would say, you know what? If you want to celebrate my birthday every day, here's what I'd like you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, ready?
Ready?
I think he'd say, how about spreading love in your everyday life?
Wow.
Wow. Just like he did, right?
That's right.
Did you know, Mark, that Christ always loved little children?
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
As a matter of fact, he asked adults to be like little children.
You mean curious
Yeah.
and compassionate and loving
Happy.
and happy.
He always asked us to smile, to celebrate life, to be grateful for life, to understand life as a beautiful gift of love.
Wow, and so I shouldn't complain,
No.
I shouldn't be angry, I
Right?
shouldn't throw a fit.
And even if we don't get the one little toy that we want, we know that we have our mommy, that we have our daddy, that we have our grandpa, our grandma, our aunt, our uncle, our cousins, and everyone in our lives are a gift or is a gift of love from Christ. Did you know, Mark, that Christ wraps every person in a beautiful, beautiful wrapping paper called charity and love to give to us?
Wow.
That before we were born, our beautiful big brother actually planned the families that we were going to be a part of just for us.
Wow, you
Isn't
mean...
it cool?
Wow, that's the best Christmas gift ever. isn't it?
Ever! That he planned everything for us. Isn't that beautiful?
That's beautiful.
And did you know, Mark, that when Christ was here, physically here, because of course he's always spiritually here,
Yeah.
but 2,000 years ago, a little more even, he was physically here, just like you and me.
Wow.
And if we read or hear his beautiful stories, did you know that he talked to everyone that ever came to him in the middle of the mountains, and that he loved listening to the birds, and that he never ever said anything bad about anybody? All he did was to say, just love one another exactly like I love you. So isn't the gift of love amazing, Mark?
It certainly is. And that's something to really remember this time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, so let's make sure that on December 25th, when every single person around us is thinking of beautiful, beautiful gifts and toys and cake and delicious food, that we also remember the gift that is inside of our hearts, that has no price, and that we cannot buy at the mall. Did you know that, Mark?
Yeah, I believe it.
Impossible to
Absolutely.
buy it at the mall.
Not possible.
But at the same time, the gift is endless.
Wow.
Isn't it beautiful?
That is
The
beautiful.
more we use it, here's the best part. The more we use it, the more we have it.
Wow.
How cool is that? Because
The
usually
opposite of every other gift
the
I ever
reason
had.
why
Yeah.
I go to the mall is because the more I use a gift, the more I need a new one.
Or it breaks.
Or it breaks,
Yeah.
or I don't know, I just
Yeah,
need a new one.
that's right.
This one, the more I use it, the more I get it. How cool is that?
Amazing.
And it has no price.
Yeah.
Everyone can get it.
Wow.
It's free.
Incredible.
You know what the gift is, Mark?
Tell me.
The gift of love.
Wow.
Christ has given
Yeah.
all of us
this gift,
the
huh?
little seeds of love, like the little flowers that we see around us in the summer and in the springtime. Even our Christmas tree. If we have a Christmas tree at home, did you know, Mark, that the Christmas tree used to be a little seed? Did you know that?
That's, yeah.
And that Christ is the one that allows that seed to grow?
Amazing.
In the same way that He allows the Christmas tree to grow, He also always plants seeds of love in our hearts.
Beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful?
It is.
And the more we grow, the more the seeds of love grow with us. And the more we share them, the more we get them. How cool is that?
So Christmas is a season of charity, is what you're saying,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it
And love.
is. And then it's a season for spreading love all around us.
Well, that's a good thing to keep in mind,
Yeah, so let us remember that regardless of the gifts that we get from Santa or from the mall or from our parents, there's always one gift that is most beautiful, the most beautiful of them all. And it's a priceless gift that we can always find an endless supply of. And that gift is the gift of love. Little Sophie used her heart as a heart line to reach God
Oh.
and to give Him a ring. This is why it is possible to give God a ring. Did you know that?
Of course.
Because the power of God, the power of connection to God, is the power of love. So let us all use it, right? As we celebrate our beautiful holiday Christmas season with all those we love, let's remember to connect to them from heart to heart to heart to heart to heart to heart to heart. Because that is really and truly where God and Christ live. So as we get together to celebrate Christ's birthday, let's remember that He always lives in our heart. Got it, Mark?
Got it.
Do you feel the love?
The love feels good.
All right. And until next time,
We meet again for
Stories from the Heart.
with Carol.
And Mark, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
birthday, Jesus. We love
We
you.
love you.
Bye.
Bye. Hey kids, did you know that coming up later this week on Friday, we will have the story you just heard on YouTube?
You mean I can actually see it?
You can see pictures of the story.
No
as
way.
You're watching YouTube.
Oh my gosh, I can actually see Sophie.
You'll see Sophie.
Oh my gosh, and her father?
You'll see her father.
And a phone call to God?
Wow,
No way.
that would be pretty amazing.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's so exciting.
So stay tuned to KardicRadio.com for all the details. Until that time, we'll see you soon on another Stories from the Heart with
Carol and
Mark.
We love
We
you.
love you.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
Happy Birthday, Jesus.
Bye.
Bye.